Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the young gunslinger Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, they match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change. Well, thanks to their punter, this defense has been set up in a really nice spot with the offense pinned back against their own end zone. Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space, because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots. First quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go now.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Here we go now. Green.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. So a first and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Black 58 round. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively.
See what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out first and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, hey, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think that's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Remember, the Chiefs and Pats met in the season opener last year, and it was the Chiefs that came in and shocked the defending champs 42-27 behind 4 Alex Smith touchdowns.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Green.
Mahomes to throw once more, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do.
Here we go now.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Darren Sproles, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Matt Ryan, excellent in the victory as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the guys will be in Lambeau, 49ers and Packers. A good one to wrap up week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Opening drive, 3rd quarter, and we'll see how this defense comes out of the locker room. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled. They start the second half here with Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing now is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
There we go. Green.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting.
Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter.
Green, 90, green.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Mahomes now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
And the blitz does come. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now the Patriots. Start of the drive here, 4th quarter, and this defense looking for a stop.
Left. Right.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense very happy with what you're doing.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Timeout defense.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going.
Ready, blue 45.
They run it here. Ware. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, green 90.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And Butker able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead. He's back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and